moving into our definitions, one of the sort of cool things about learning about AI is all the jargon that comes along with it. So, Bridget, do you want to describe what our definition for today is, which is synthetic data?
Um, Absolutely. So synthetic data is a term I would say I started hearing in the context of generative AI. I don't know, a year ago was what when you first started hearing about whether the frontier model companies were going to run out of data to train their AI models on. That was a relevant discussion because it used to be that was how you scaled your model, right? That's how they got better, was you trained it on more data. And there was this concern that they were going to run out of data. Like if they've already ingested the entire internet and every book they can get their hands on, and I guess in Google's case, every YouTube video, you name it, then there's like nothing more to ingest, and they're going to hit a wall and not be able to scale anymore. And so I started hearing about synthetic data. Excuse me, can I buy a vowel? Which is it's what it sounds like. It's data that's generated by the AI models themselves that mimics real world data. So which makes sense, right? I mean, like we were just talking about these like long conversations we're both having with this technology. Then all of a sudden there's like lots more data that it can train itself on to continue learning. And I think I don't actually, maybe you do know. I don't feel like I have a sense of how much the frontier model companies are using synthetic data at this point to like scale their models. But it certainly is, or could be at least, a useful tool for thinking about responsible AI integration. Do you have a sense of whether like it's just something that they're all using now? I don't know that.
I don't know about the actual use. Most of the conversations I hear are about their sort of forward-looking approach to starting to use synthetic data and making sure that it's data that can actually help advance the models and not sort of inferior to actual data, which to me was I started hearing about it in the same way that you did when they were starting to run out, and I remember most of the commentary being sort of like that movie with Michael Keaton where they keep making copies of him and every copy of Michael Keaton gets worse and worse. And the concern was that it was gonna be really garbage in, garbage out. But the more I see now, about the use of synthetic data, the more I see commentary about how helpful it can be, you know, to the extent that we're going to actually try to be responsible about people's creative works or privileged and sensitive information, that we can produce synthetic data using the AI that is actually strong enough to train it, but avoids using people's sensitive information, which I think for lawyers would be a huge leap forward, and an ability to really sort of engage and build models that have legal applications without those concerns. Thank you for tuning in to 2030 Vision, AI and the Future of Law. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast and leave a review. Stay informed and inspired as we continue to explore the AI-driven future of the legal profession. We'll see you next time.